a windswept plain in Wiltshire holds a circle of over 80 large stones. Some of the stones weigh up to 25 tons. Scholars have long asked who built Stonehenge and why. The monument has stood for thousands of years. It remains one of the world's most mysterious places. People from around the world come to see it. Few know its full story. The first structures at the site were made of wood. These early monuments appeared around 3000 BCE. Radiocarbon dating confirms this timeline. Over time, wood was replaced by stone. People moved heavy rocks across a remote landscape. They used sledges, ropes, and wooden rollers. They worked together to transport stones from distant quarries. The main construction phase began between 2500 and 1500 BCE. This happened over many centuries. Stonehenge changed with each generation. Excavations show this evolution clearly. Without written records, we rely on clues in the soil and stone. In 1968, a book claimed aliens helped build Stonehenge. The author argued ancient people had help from space. These ideas have no real evidence. Mainstream archaeology calls them pseudoscientific. Could there be a better explanation? In 2015-2006, a new theory emerged. Researcher Lynn Kelly proposed Stonehenge was used for memory. She studied how oral cultures stored knowledge without writing. Her research showed these groups used landscapes as memory tools. Could the stones have helped people remember? This idea fits with what we know about ancient learning methods. Before writing existed, people relied on their minds to keep knowledge alive. They used songs, stories, and landmarks. The layout of Stonehenge may align with seasons or natural cycles. This could help organize information in a memorable way. For example, the solstice sunrise lines up with certain stones. This might have helped mark important times of year. This theory challenges old ideas about ancient people. It suggests they had complex thinking skills. They were not just farmers or hunters. They built monuments to store and share knowledge. Archaeologists agree they used local materials and no outside help. Their tools and teamwork made it possible. They worked with what they had, using ingenuity and persistence. So what does Stonehenge really represent? It may have been a way to remember history, laws, or traditions. The monument might have been part of a larger system. Other stones or earthworks nearby could have worked with it. Together, they formed a network that helped people learn through movement and memory. Walking between the stones might have reinforced what was learned. Returning to the original question, who built Stonehenge? The answer is not an alien, but a prehistoric society. They had advanced cognitive tools and cultural memory systems. The monument may have been a place where knowledge was encoded into stone. This allowed it to survive through many generations. It was a way to pass down important lessons without writing. The true mystery of Stonehenge may not be how it was built, but why. It might have been made not for worship or astronomy alone. Its real purpose could be as a place to remember. Not just one event, but many stories and lessons passed from one person to the next. This would explain its design and layout. The stones are arranged in a way that supports memory. In the end, Stonehenge is less about the stones themselves and more about the minds that shaped them. It stands as a monument to human ingenuity and to the enduring power of memory. The same power that keeps our stories alive today. People still use memory techniques like those ancient builders may have used. From riddles to songs, we find ways to remember what matters. Stonehenge reminds us that knowledge can outlast time. It shows how people once lived without writing, but with wisdom. Their monuments speak for them now, and they continue to inspire questions and discoveries. Each new study adds a piece to the puzzle. We may never know everything about Stonehenge, but we keep learning, just as those ancient builders did. Their legacy lives on in every story told and every lesson passed down. The stones are silent, but their message is clear. Memory is powerful. It can shape a culture, and it can last for thousands of years. Stonehenge is not just a monument to the past. It is a reminder of how we remember, learn, and grow. The people who built it did not leave behind books or scrolls. They left behind stone and soil. But they also left something more lasting, a way of thinking. A system that allowed them to pass down knowledge without writing. This was no simple task. It required careful planning, shared understanding, and a deep respect for the past. The builders may have used Stonehenge as part of a larger memory landscape. Other ancient sites in Britain show similar patterns. These places were not random. They were carefully placed to help people remember. The stones acted like chapters in a book. Each one marked an important idea or story. This kind of memory system worked well for long oral traditions. It allowed people to recall complex information without writing it down. For example, a traveler could walk from stone to stone and remember the journey by linking each step with a specific thought. This method helped keep knowledge alive across generations. The builders also had to consider how to make their monument last. They chose durable materials. They placed the stones in a way that would resist weather and time. Their understanding of engineering was impressive. They used natural forces, like gravity and friction, to help position the stones. They built with care, knowing their work would outlive them. Stonehenge also shows how people worked together. It could not have been built by a single group alone. It required many hands over many years. This suggests a society that valued cooperation and shared goals. The monument was likely a community effort. People from different villages may have contributed to its construction. The site also shows changes over time. Some stones were added later. Others were moved or replaced. These changes tell us the monument evolved with the people who used it. It was not just a static structure. It was a living symbol of their culture and knowledge. Today, Stonehenge continues to inspire new ideas. Scientists use modern tools like ground-penetrating radar to study what lies beneath the surface. They look for buried structures or signs of past activity. These discoveries help build a clearer picture of how the site was used. Archaeologists also study the people who lived around Stonehenge. Their homes, tools, and burial sites give clues about their lives. The evidence shows they were skilled farmers and builders. They had a deep connection to the land and the sky. They understood the cycles of nature and used them to guide their lives. The mystery of Stonehenge is not just in its stones. It is in what those stones represent. They are a testament to human creativity and memory. They show how people can build something lasting without writing. They remind us that knowledge does not always need words to survive. In the end, Stonehenge is more than a monument. It is a message from the past. A message about learning, remembering, and growing. It tells us that even without books or computers, people found ways to keep their stories alive. And those stories continue to shape our understanding of history today.